Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Clearing with Claire webinar. And today we are doing a really special talk called Forever Young Naturally. And I have my awesome co-teacher and special guest here with me, Amanda Broomell. And we're going to talk about a really great overview and why it's wonderful to choose to use natural health and beauty products, and how that can be anti-aging and rejuvenating. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about why we think that's important, why it's something very near and dear to my heart, especially if you are a sensitive person like I am. You may find that the ordinary products that you find on the shelf at the grocery store, the drugstore, don't work so well for you, or maybe even after using them after a while, you have sensitivities to them. It could be allergies. It could just be that it's not working the way you want, or you may wonder about the ingredients on the back of it and think like, what is all this stuff? And think about the environmental impact, as well as the fact that about 80% of whatever you put on your body goes right into your bloodstream. So those are all reasons that you might be here today, and you're in the right place if you'd like to know about some great alternatives to enjoy feeling and looking naturally young forever. So I want to tell you about our guest today who will be teaching the class with me. Amanda Broomell is a certified holistic health counselor who studied at the Institute of Integrative Nutrition and received accreditation through the American Association of Drugless Practitioners, also known as the AADP. In 2014, she was first introduced to doTERRA essential oils and was completely blown away by their purity, potency, efficacy of these gifts from the earth. Since then, she has become passionate about sharing their therapeutic power as a catalyst for major change in one's mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual well-being. And you will get to hear some about doTERRA products that we love and why we like to use those, how they can help keep us forever young. And we're also going to give you some really great core basics on the path to feeling more young and vital at any age. And if you have any questions, you can go ahead and put those in your Zoom chat. For us, down at the bottom, if you scroll over the bottom of your window, you'll see a toolbar pop up with a chat in there. You can send us your questions. And also, we are going to be letting you know about some great gifts that you can get from being here with us on this webinar today. And we'll talk about that at the end. We also are going to be having a really cool class in person if you're in LA. And we're going to give you all the details for that. So for now, I love to jump in with Amanda and start talking about Forever Young. Welcome, Amanda.
Hey, Claire.
Hi. So like I said in the introduction, you choosing natural beauty products, I've just noticed that it's great for me. I tend to be sensitive. I notice things that I put on my face, and I just love the way that natural pigments look and feel. I notice that they work better for me. They smell better to me. I love the fact that both of us love DIY products, and something I think a lot about is keeping the waste material from packaging and also from chemicals out of our environment around us and our water sources as well as our bodies. So I just love to hear a little bit from you about why you're excited to be here and talk about natural beauty and anti-aging today.
Yeah, well, I think it's the plight of every woman on the planet, every person really, to stay as young and feel as vibrant and lively as we can, as long as we possibly can. And so I'm a believer that however old you feel is how old you are. So age is merely a number. And it is important that we pay special attention to the products that we're using, because the more toxified our systems become, the harder it is for our cells to regenerate and keep them young and rejuvenated. So anything that you put on your body goes in your body. So it's one of the things that people are starting to become conscious of, but there's still a lack of awareness that the lotions that you use, the shampoo, the mascara, the foundation, everything that you use is going into your bloodstream. It's becoming part of you. So not only are you what you eat, you are what you use. Your household cleaning products, really everything that you can think of that you're breathing in or touching or you're putting on your skin is becoming part of you. So there are so many toxic chemicals in the beauty product industry, which is pretty terrifying. A lot of it is because it's cheap. You can patent it. Companies can make a lot of money off of it. So I would say it was probably about 15 years ago that I really started to discover natural forms of healthcare, of beauty, of just keeping myself healthy, because I had been so sick and nothing I was using was working. All of the traditional forms of healthcare and beauty really was not working for me. So I kind of shifted and am now really focused on making a lot of my own products. So I make my own sugar scrubs, my own deodorant. I make my own household cleaning sprays. One of the reasons I love doTERRA, the essential oils, is that you can use essential oils in everything. And every beauty product that you use has essential oils in it in some way. The issue is that most of the essential oils that are on the market are synthetic. So synthetics are really toxic. They can mess up the neurotransmission in your body and your brain. And so, how awesome to be able to use a grade of essential oils that is therapeutic. Not only does it smell good, but it can also give you a therapeutic benefit. So we're going to talk about specific ways that you can keep yourself vibrant, and then different products that you can be using and different ways that you can be using essential oils in self-made products.
Great. Yeah. I think that it's such an important thing that we really want to share with people today is how this affects you and how it all connects. You might think like, well, I really want to stay like looking youthful and vibrant. So, I need this lotion that purports to do this for me. And I'm going to try that out, something from the drugstore, from a brand that you've heard of, or maybe you don't know that much about them. But I think one thing to say before we get into our points is just how your body receives these things. When we're saying they are going into your body, well, what does that mean? Well, your body identifies them as not natural, not organic matter, not something that it can use. And so it either puts a stress on your eliminatory system for your body to work overtime to try to get them out, or it just says like, let's put some fat around this and store it to keep it away from the other body systems, store it somewhere safely. And I think all of us probably don't want unnecessary fat pockets forming from toxins, of all things.
Yeah, it's funny. That is usually the main reason why people have excess weight, because they're eating toxic foods, synthetic foods, or they're using, a lot of times people can be eating really well and they're like, I can't understand why I can't lose this weight. And a lot of times it can be the lotion that they're putting on is a hormone disruptor, or, there's something that they're consuming. Maybe there's synthetic air fresheners in the house, or, something that is just disrupting the body's normal functioning. And so the goal is to just weed out as many toxic possibilities as possible. I mean, there's some things that are out of our control, like what's in the air and what's in our water. There's only so much that we can do to purify it, but let's try to do the best we can to eliminate all of this excess noise, because it just creates chemical destruction in the body, which we, don't want. We don't want the body working so hard to eliminate these things. We want it to be able to do its job and just regenerate cells and, keep the body functioning at an optimal level.
Yeah, that's exactly how we keep our bodies looking and feeling youthful. So let's talk about that. I know the first point that we wanted to cover is how you can de-stress in your life to feel more vibrant.
Yeah, so de-stressing. Stress is probably the number one culprit of aging. There have been numerous scientific studies to show that fact. And so there are, I would say, 5 or 6 things that I want to focus on today of what you can do and you can incorporate into your lifestyle in order to be able to de-stress. So number 1, and this isn't a beauty product, but it will create beauty in your life, meditation. So we hear about meditation. I was like, oh, meditation, it feels so hard. I get bored. And I was really resistant to the idea of meditation. But the more I learned about it, the more research I did, I realized that it is critical if I want to live a life free of overwhelming stress. So I started actually with this app. It's called Headspace. And a friend of mine recommended it to me, and it makes meditation really simple. It breaks it down into 10-minute blocks. And I found time for right when I woke up in the morning, just for 10 minutes to plug it in. This beautiful British accent that's guiding you through a 10-minute meditation. And you realize that just having a little bit of time, a little bit of quiet really does help to eliminate that extra layer of overthinking or helping you get aligned with your purpose of the day. And scientifically, they're learning that consistent meditation can actually change the shape of your brain.
What?
So
I haven't even heard that.
Yeah,
I've studied meditation.
Your brain.
Wow.
So I was actually doing a little bit of research on the Headspace app. They have a lot of different science and things that you can, learn more about. But
and our guest Elena, hi Elena, is saying she also uses Headspace too. So this is a great thing to check.
Yeah, they give you, I think they give you a month free, I think, to try it out, something like that. If you're curious about it, then just let me know and we can give you a little bit more details on how you can get a trial. But I love Headspace. So, again, they're showing all of these studies too, that meditation is the number one way to stay younger longer. Because again, how old you feel is how old you are. So if you can start to feel less stress, you're feeling less imposed upon, it's going to make you feel more vibrant and younger just by the fact of doing this every day. Second thing, which is connected to meditation, is affirmations. So affirmations are connected to belief. Again, believing how old you are is how old you are. So if you're doing affirmations every day, something like, I love how young I look and feel. I look and feel younger today than I did yesterday. My body naturally heals itself and feels vibrant and youthful. Saying affirmations like that on a regular basis before or after meditation is another way to start to change the way you think and then change the way you feel. When I'm doing my affirmations and meditation, I like to incorporate some wild orange oil. Wild orange is the oil of abundance, and it fosters creativity and a positive mood. It makes me feel like a little kid. It kind of re-inspires my inner child. So I do use wild orange on a daily basis. The third thing I would say for de-stressing is a little bit of self-massage. So it'd be awesome to be able to go to somebody and get a massage all the time. And if you have that luxury, more power to you. But a little self-done massage, foot massage is amazing. At night before you go to sleep, it's a really nice way to calm before sleep, because I think, we all know that sleep is critical. The more you sleep, awesome. But you could be sleeping 9 hours and just not getting restful sleep. Mm-hmm. So the more restful sleep you can get, the more you go into the REM state, the deep, deep sleep, the better you're going to feel and the more vibrant you're going to feel once again. So
giving your body that opportunity to regenerate as well, which it does a lot of while we're sleeping.
Yes. So I like to do, if I'm feeling especially overwhelmed from the day, I'll get a little bit of balance oil, which is the grounding blend by doTERRA, and I'll massage it into the bottoms of my feet for, anywhere between 2 to 5 minutes. I also really love to do a heart massage, and this is really good for the summer because of the heat. It's a strong tendency for people to overheat. And so if you do a heart massage at night, it helps to calm down the whole temperature of the body. And also you sleep better when you're a little bit cooler. So I use vetiver, rose, and sandalwood, a couple of drops of each, and I rub that over my chest. And it's a nice way to have those beautiful scents. Vetiver is also a nice oil to help calm before sleep. So I rub that over my chest. So that's a nice way to stay cool and get better sleep.
Is there any specific way to do that massage, Amanda? Like, can you just kind of rub either way, or is there anything specific to know?
So you'd probably want to do it in a clockwise direction and then up towards the heart. So you always want to kind of go up where the circulation is coming from. And then on the bottoms of the feet, there's a technique called the aroma touch technique, which is something you can get certified in. If I took a class to get certified, but if you are curious to learn more about that, there's a website called aromatouch.com, and it shows you how you can do the technique on the bottoms of your feet. It's actually a way to rebalance your neurological system. Wow. But I would say, in the meantime, do what feels good on the bottoms of your feet. And the key would be to get the oil on the entire surface area of the bottoms of the feet, because the bottoms of the feet have the most pores and the largest pores in the body. So it just sucks it up like a bunch of little mouths and circulates it through your entire system within a minute, about 60 to 120 seconds. The third thing I would say, this would be the fourth thing I would say is gut health. So gut health is critical. 90% of your serotonin is created in your gut. I think it might even be 95% of your serotonin is created in your gut.
Wow.
So for people who are feeling occasional stress and they, are having trouble calming down before sleep, you really want to focus on what you're putting into your body and what you're consuming. And again, this is going to be connected to the beauty products, because even though you're not eating them in your mouth necessarily, although if you're wearing lipstick, you are eating them, they're still going into your skin and into your bloodstream, and it can affect all the systems of your body. So you want to get rid of as many petrochemicals in your beauty products as you possibly can. And then in the foods that you're eating, you want to incorporate as many green, hydration-rich fruits and vegetables as you can as well. And then I highly recommend taking a probiotic. Probiotic is just a way to reestablish the healthy flora in the gut. And then definitely, this has made a huge difference in my energy and my moods, is taking a digestive enzyme. A digestive enzyme is different than a probiotic. A digestive enzyme is really something that helps you break down the food you're eating, whereas a probiotic is healthy flora. So it's different. It's bacteria that's going to colonize in your intestines. But the digestive enzyme actually helps your stomach and your digestive system to break down the fats and the proteins and the carbohydrates, and allows your body to assimilate it better. So unfortunately, our food is so nutrient deficient because our soil is so depleted. So even if you ate a perfect diet, it would be virtually impossible to get all your nutrients from your food. You'd have to eat so many apples to equal an apple that we would have farmed 25 years ago, because it's sitting on a truck for 5 days and it's coming from, Florida to California, or California to New York. And then it sits in the grocery store for another week or two. And so all those fresh enzymes that were on the vine ripened fruit is starting to die off the longer that it's plucked away from the life source. So digestive enzymes are critical. And so all those things will help to reinvigorate the gut, and therefore help to improve moods and help to minimize the stress that you might be experiencing. And then lower stress, again, means feeling more vibrant and youthful, and it will keep you feeling that way for longer. The last thing I want to mention, and this is also sort of connected to detoxification, but taking baths, amazing for calming down the system. I've started doing this before bed, and this has been a huge way to calm down my nervous system before sleep, to make sure that I'm prepared for restful sleep. And it's also doubles as a detoxification process. So I add 2 cups of Epsom salt. You can get Epsom salt online or at the health food store. I combine 2 cups of Epsom salt and then somewhere between 10 to 15 drops of oil, essential oil. There are certain oils that you want to avoid putting in the bathtub. I would not recommend lemon oil or peppermint oil. You will be cold for about 4 days if you use peppermint oil.
True story. I've done it.
Yeah.
A hot bath doesn't feel hot.
If you're feeling overheated, it might be good to put a little peppermint oil in a foot bath and soak your feet in a bowl with some peppermint, but a full body bath in peppermint oil is not recommended. My favorite oils for bathing, lavender. There's a doTERRA blend called Serenity, which has some lavender in it. I love cedarwood. That's also really calming.
Yeah.
And clary sage. Those are really good ones before bed. So those are my favorite ones. And then, you know, again, the Epsom salt is going to help to draw out toxins from the body. Anything else you wanted to add to that, Claire?
Any opportunity I can get to tell people about digestive enzymes and what a huge difference it's made for me. I always, I struggle with digestion, and everyone seems like, wow, you eat such a great diet. And I was just like, what is not working here for me? And adding in the proper vitamins and minerals and other nutrients that are in the Lifelong Vitality Pack that I use from doTERRA, and particularly their digestive enzymes, using those regularly. It's like, I was thinking the other day, I was just like, I don't think I ever really knew what like digestion and elimination should have been like. It's a whole new world.
Yeah, it's such a good point, because I think people are so used to being constipated or so used to loose stools that that's normal.
Yeah.
And,
exactly.
They're like, oh yeah, I poop like every other day. And that is not normal. Our friend Joyce, who is a colon hydrotherapist, she's adamant that you need to be having a bowel movement 3 times a day. And if that's not, you're constipated. So, unfortunately, because the American diet is so processed and we don't have a lot of digestive enzymes in our natural diets because we're eating packaged foods, processed foods, overcooked foods, it is difficult to have normal digestion. So drinking lots of water is critical, and then adding in a digestive enzyme. Those 2 things have made a huge difference for me too. So yay, digestive enzymes.
Yay, they're the best.
Yeah. Cool. So I don't know if you want to go on to the next point.
Yeah, I'm ready. So we talked some about how we can distress, how we can get better rest. So let's talk now some more about how we can actually detox, since most of us have been using things that have chemicals, all of our lives, and might want to know some more about how we can take stress away from our body by helping it to detoxify these things.
Yeah. So I mentioned this a little bit in the beginning, but pollutants really are everywhere. We live in LA, so it's like a toxic swamp. But
we love it.
Any metropolitan area is going to have that issue. So in terms of environmental pollutants, one thing that I've started to incorporate on the daily is diffusion. So I have a cool mist diffuser. It almost looks like a mini humidifier, but it spouts cool mist instead of hot, warm air. So the difference is that when you're using essential oils, you want to use a cool mist so that it doesn't break down the therapeutic value of the oil. So if you put oils in a humidifier, a lot of times it'll either break your humidifier, or it might smell good, but you're not getting the same therapeutic value from your oil. So I diffuse in my house, sometimes even when I'm not home, just to help purify the air.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite oil for that is an oil called On Guard. I think it smells like the holidays. It's like cinnamon and clove. And clove is a really strong antioxidant as well. So that's a really good oil to be detoxifying. The other thing that you want to think about is beauty products, obviously. So I recommend, when I work with people and work with clients that are really trying to change their habits, open up your medicine cabinet or your beauty cabinet, wherever you keep your makeup, and look at everything you have and check out the ingredients on there and how many things you cannot pronounce. So I use a couple of natural brands even at Sephora. Sephora has a couple of natural brands that are pretty good. If anybody knows of other natural makeup brands that you'd like to recommend, feel free to pop that into the chat. But there's a brand called Tarte that's pretty good. another brand called Juice Beauty. That's pretty good too. I like to use Gabriel as my foundation. But I just discovered a number of DIY makeup recipes, and you may all be lucky enough to get some of those recipes at the end of this webinar.
I want them. I want them. Dr. Hauschka is another line that has great makeup that I really like using too.
Yeah. So as much as you can eliminate things that really you don't know what's in there, you don't really know what this product is. I make a sugar scrub where it's just olive oil, sugar, and essential oils. I have a household cleaning spray that's just water, white vinegar, and essential oils. So the more basic you can get, the better it's going to be for you. So definitely look at what you're using in your shampoo, what you're using in your cleanser, what you're using to clean your kitchen sink. Are you using, crazy hazardous things to clean out your bathtub? Those are the things that you want to minimize. And Elena's asking what good essential oils are for a body scrub. I really love lavender, frankincense. You could also try lemongrass. Lemongrass is a little spicy, so you want to make sure that it's really well diluted. But you will get some recipes at the end of this webinar. So we'll give you some ideas of things that you can make at home. The other thing is for detoxifying, water. I mean, that's so obvious.
So much water.
I just started going to a personal trainer, and she does this test where she can test your hydration levels. And she's like, do you drink water? Like, uh-oh.
Oh, no.
I thought I was drinking a lot of water,
Mm-hmm.
but number one, I wasn't really assimilating the water properly.
Mm-hmm.
And I still wasn't drinking enough water. So if you think you're drinking enough water, you probably need to be drinking more, especially if you drink any sort of juices or diet sodas or regular sodas or coffee. You probably need to double your water even more. So they say that you're supposed to drink half your body weight in water every day. I will say that I have never liked the taste of water, so it makes it really difficult for me to want to drink water. I discovered something that I think is magical. It's called trace minerals. And actually I have it sitting right next to me. I have a little tiny bottle. It's called Concentrace. And I add, somewhere between 10 to 15 drops of it into maybe an 8 to 16 ounce glass of water. And what it does is, in terms of the taste, it takes away the chemically metallic flavor that water can sometimes have because it's running through pipes and it's got sometimes fluoride in it. So it helps to just soften the flavor. And to me, it almost tastes sweet. There's no sugar in it, but it has a more sweet, smooth taste. I could drink like 3 glasses in a row. It tastes amazing to me. I also discovered, I had forgotten about this, but I had gotten some blood work done a number of years ago, and I'm in the process of tidying my house, the life-changing magic of tidying up, the Japanese art of tidying up. I found some blood work, and it was showing me that I have a difficult time, my body has a difficult time oxidizing oxygen. And I do better with minerals than I do with vitamins. So I need to be adding a lot of minerals into my diet.
Oh, interesting.
And so because our soil is so depleted, we need to get the minerals in another way. So the Concentrace is a concentrated form of trace minerals. And I love this. I love this stuff. I also sometimes add a little lemon oil to my water to help with the absorption and the detoxification. So any citruses like lemon, grapefruit, wild orange, those are really good oils to use if you want to purify and detoxify your body.
Yeah, we want to just mention really quick too, if you haven't been to one of our Essential Oils 101 classes yet, you may not know that ingesting essential oils is not recommended for all essential oils, not recommended for most of them, and for what you would find at your local health food store. So the doTERRA essential oils, some of them are able to be ingested, and they'll say that right on the bottle in the nutrition facts. So just want to be clear about that if you would like to add some essential oils to your water each day, the lemon for detox or peppermint for cooling and digestion, that you want to have oils that you can actually ingest, and we recommend doTERRA.
Yeah, that's a great point. If you have essential oils at home from Whole Foods or something, don't start drinking those.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, great. So then another thing I want to mention is when we think about detox, a lot of times we think about deprivation. It's like, oh my God, I have to detox. I can't eat anything I like. This is horrible. I don't want to do it. And so we just don't do it. Obviously, cleansing, doing a full-on cleanse is a great way to kickstart full-on detoxification in the body. But I really believe in something called crowding out. So rather than taking things away from yourself, is just adding healthy things in. So you add in more water, you add in more leafy greens, you add in more broccoli, whatever your green vegetable is of choice. Add in tea, add in meditation, add in some good things that feel good to you and you think that you can commit to. And you'll just naturally stop wanting the other things. So, I mean, I used to have a major sugar cravings, and I really don't have them anymore because I've added in so many healthy things. I get to the end of the day and I'm like, oh yeah, I didn't have any dessert. That's cool. I don't even want it. So I don't believe in deprivation. I don't believe in like eating celery all day. You know, a healthy cleanse can be done while you're eating normally and adding in healthy things, like I said, water and vegetables. doTERRA does have a specific detoxification protocol. And if that's something that you're interested in learning more about, just send a note to Claire or I, and we can give you that protocol. It does include some supplementation, some digestive enzymes, lemon oil. I did that cleanse last year and it made a huge difference in my overall energy, the appearance of my skin, my digestive system, my sleep, my moods. I really did experience a lot of improvement in those areas. So it's definitely a cleanse that I recommend, and it's not hard to do. It's not something where you can, you know, again, you're just like drinking juice all day. So it's manageable. Three other things I want to mention in the detox category. The first is exfoliation. And actually, this would sort of be one category, and there's two parts to it. So there's a kind of exfoliation that you can do when you're in the shower. And my friend has a company called Dermasuri. It's Dermasuri, Dermasuri. And they're these little mitts. So it's a little black mitt. And when you're in the shower, you're kind of in warm to hot water. So you're getting your pores open, and then you use this mitt and you scrub your skin. You scrub your skin while it's wet. And it takes off layers of dead skin. It unclogs pores. It gets circulation and collagen stimulated. Super invigorating. And your skin is like a baby's butt after. So I've done it a number of times, and it works really, really well. It helps to, you know, shed those layers of skin that don't look so great because you've been maybe in the sun too many times. The website, again, you can go to dermasuri.com if you want to check it out. The mitts are pretty inexpensive. I think they're less than $20. And I think they also do free shipping. So it's my friend Melody's business, and definitely recommend it.
I just put the link in the comments there if anyone wants to grab it.
Sweet. Thank you. Yeah, it's also a really great way to even out your skin tone. So anybody who's got those farmer tans, it's a good, I don't have any tans, so it's not a problem for me. Okay, the next thing connected to exfoliation is dry brushing. One of these things. Anybody seen this?
Yeah.
Okay, so dry brushing is one of my favorite things to do. It's so relaxing. It feels amazing. You wouldn't think. You're like, ooh, brushing my skin, that seems like it would be painful. It's actually really relaxing. So you take a brush like this. It's a dry brush. And you start at the bottoms of your feet and you brush upwards toward your heart. You brush the tops of your feet, the bottoms of your feet, up your legs. And then you go up your arms. You go down your back, down your chest, around a circle in your stomach. And you just do it, you know, a number of swipes. I sometimes do anywhere between 5 to 10 times on each area. And then I take a shower afterwards, usually, to kind of slough off anything that was left. But it's super invigorating, and it's a great way to also to stimulate the lymphatic system. Do you see a cattail behind
Yes.
you? She wants to be famous. She wants to be
She's a star.
yeah, she's a star. So yeah, so it helps to eliminate cellular waste, and it's a really good way to relieve stress. So great way to detox. And then the
Yeah,
last thing,
dry brushing I've found to be surprisingly powerful detox. It feels really good. It's really nice. It's another nice thing that, you're not depriving yourself or doing anything that feels like so uncomfortable and hardcore. But getting in a habit of doing it because I had a great effect. And the first time I did it, I felt a little bit nauseous, and that helped me know like I was really moving my lymphatic system because the way that your lymph works, it doesn't have its own pumping organ like our blood system does with our heart. So it gets moved through muscle movement and also through gentle stimulation in your skin, which is what the dry brush does. So it's a really great habit to get into, and a really comforting and pleasant one.
yeah, yeah, I love it. I just keep the brush right by I have like a little vanity in my bathroom, and then anytime I remember, I scrub away. And then the last thing, another one of my favorite things, is oil pulling. And this is an ancient Ayurvedic practice, and Ayurveda is an Indian tradition. It's Ayurveda means the science of life, and so basically, I take some fractionated coconut oil, and you could take raw coconut oil too. Either one is fine. The fractionated is just something that I use to dilute my essential oils, so it's just convenient. It's in my bathroom, and I just use it. But full fat coconut oil is also fine. You don't need very much, maybe like a teaspoon or so. And then I add a couple of drops of essential oils, and then I put it in my mouth and I swish it around. You can do it anywhere between 5 to 20 minutes. They recommend 20 minutes because it really pulls toxins out of the blood. It really purifies the system. But I mean, not everybody has 20 minutes to do that. I usually do it right before I get in the shower. So I'm swishing while I'm cleaning, and it kind of multitasking. But you swish it around, pulls things out of your teeth, really cleans the gums, helps to whiten teeth, and then just spit it out in the trash. And if you could do that every day and create a regular practice, you'll notice a huge improvement in the pink healthiness of your gums. I found that the sensitivity of my teeth decreased because I was using an essential oil that I mentioned at the beginning called On Guard, which has clove oil in it. And it helps to kind of decrease the sensitivity of your teeth if you use it consistently. So oil pulling is also an amazing daily practice. And so, we're giving you a lot of different suggestions. You don't necessarily have to do all of these right today. Like tomorrow, you're like, okay, I'm going to do all 20 things.
Pick and choose.
Yeah. I mean, these are things that I've incorporated over years, and they've become second nature. They've just become part of my daily healthcare routine and my self-care routine. And I'm adding things in as I go. But if you could pick one thing that you want to try this week, that's a start. That's an awesome start. So if there was one thing that you heard that you were like, ooh, I could do that. That sounds really cool. Start with that one thing. And again, it's about the crowding out, like you're adding in all these cool things one at a time. And some of the not so healthy habits will start to go away. So one other thing I want to mention is you can get a dry brush for your face as well. I do have a little mini dry brush, and I use that on my face. You want to swipe up and be very gentle on your facial skin. You don't want to stretch anything. But that's a nice way to get the collagen stimulated in your face and, having a nice, clear complexion that way. So that's detox.
Great. That's awesome. I think you did an awesome job of covering that. And I love having a variety of things to choose from, and the crowding out idea of just, picking a few things that, are manageable and doable and sound good to you, and start putting those into practice, making a habit out of it, and using it to crowd out some of the habits or products, things that you want to let go of. So let's move on to our third and final point of how we can repair what might already be going on for us in terms of, having some toxic buildup or aging.
Yeah, so I think one of the coolest things that Claire's going to talk about a little bit, and this is something that I'd never heard of before, but is so awesome. Get ready for it. Energetic facelifts.
Ta-da!
Okay, so Claire, please let us know a little bit more about energetic facelifts and how they benefit us.
Well, I learned energetic facelifts through Access Consciousness, which is an energetic modality that I practice. So it's actually the Access Consciousness energetic facelift, and it's an entirely energetic process. It's a gentle hands-on process. So it's something that needs to be done in person with a certified practitioner, and I am certified. And I've just seen people have amazing results from this process. It's gentle, hands-on. There's a little bit of just like sort of pulling upwards, and it covers from the chest up to the scalp. The process takes about an hour, maybe a little bit more, an hour and 15 minutes. And it also involves the Access Consciousness process of doing energetic clearing, which is basically just helping you let go of things, thoughts, beliefs, decisions, judgments that we have that no longer serve us, those patterns that we would like to let go. And it also has a lot to do with our own relationship to our body and the way that we perceive our body, the way we treat it every day, the thoughts that we think that affect our body, as we now know from science as well. And so the practitioner also does clearings with you, energetic clearings. We'll talk to you some about what's going on, about your perceptions that you have, any challenges you feel with your body, any challenges you feel in regards to aging and olding, and walk through the clearing statement with you to help break up some of those beliefs and those patterns and let them go. So what we find is that when you do break up this underlying energetic structure that you have that's affecting your body, you can see the results in your face, your skin, your body. After I did the class and got certified in this, the next couple of days, I really was just glowing, and I really noticed a difference in myself. It is a multiple process procedure where we notice that it takes about 20 sessions to see permanent results. You do have immediate results, so it's another great thing. Like Elena is a performer. She would love something like this because it's great to do like before you get your headshots done. Amanda, you too. Before you have a big event or something, it's great to have this energetic facelift.
Yeah, I love that. I think that it's so awesome to have an alternative that doesn't cost thousands of dollars. It isn't a toxin that's being shot into your face. And it also is connected to a spiritual component. So it's not just like a physical change, you're actually changing something on a deeper level. And so that is more of a long-term transformation as opposed to something that's only going to last for a couple of months.
Yeah, because what you can see with the energetic facelift and with a lot of energy work is that what we've decided is true is what we make true in our lives, that our perception has so much effect on our reality. So if we have decided, oh, in my family, as soon as you turn 40, you go gray, that you may be creating as your reality, but once we take away that belief, the body often can repair itself and change these things in pretty miraculous ways. Some of the people I know that have done the full facelift process, they almost look like different people, but not in a creepy way, not in an unnatural way, but it seems to almost take off the layers of, the things that drag us down and make us tired, or these ideas that we have about ourselves that aren't so loving or supportive towards ourselves and our bodies. it kind of helps take those layers away so that you are just shining through even more.
That's amazing. I definitely agree that the belief system is so important. And we talked about that at the beginning with the meditation and the affirmations, because my mom is fierce. She is like 62 this year. And she's like, I'm not giving in. I'm not giving in to the idea that I have to age. I'm wearing my leopard skirts. I'm going to my personal trainer. All those young kids who think that they're stronger than me, I'm going to do a 4-minute plank and they're not going to be able to do it. And
Amazing.
so, and
Love
she does
that.
amazing. She looks younger than every one of her friends.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, when I see other people's mothers who are the same age, I'm like, yeah, it's because my mom is not going to give up. She just believes she's youthful. And so she does a lot of other things to, you know, maintain her youthfulness and her appearance and all of that too. I mean, she is very healthy and she works out and all of those things, but she's made a decision. And so I think that belief system is so important.
I think that's been one of the biggest things for me too. A lot of people, if they hear my age and numbers, they're really surprised. And I attribute that to having a lot to do with when I was 25, I was just like, wow, this is great. You know, physically, I feel great. And I pretty much like to hang tight here. You know, why shouldn't I? And I think that, you know, people identify me as closer to that age range because of that. Like when the people ask what you do differently, well, I do, you know, work to have a good diet and take care of myself. I am by no means perfect with it, but I think having that attitude that you're not going to accept that this is just the way it is and the way it has to be, and you're going to get all wrinkled and your joints are going to hurt and you're going to feel terrible and your memory is going to fade. And, you know, what else is possible there? I really feel should look at that.
Yeah, that's the whole idea of like you create your own reality. So whatever you think is true.
Yeah.
So I love that. Two other practical things I wanted to mention are in terms of improving the appearance of skin. Probably one of the best skincare systems I've ever used, and I have spent tens of thousands of dollars on skin solutions. I mean, I have tried things that I've seen on TV, on those late night commercials. I have tried natural stuff. I've tried over-the-counter stuff. I've tried, stuff that I made. I've tried everything. My favorite system is doTERRA's system. And it's made a huge difference in the texture of my skin, the glow of my skin, the clearness of my skin. And I think it has a lot to do with the grade of the essential oils that are in it. The system is called Verage, Verage. There's a package that you can get with a cleanser, a toner, a serum, and a moisturizer. And I do all of those twice a day. And I was making my own skincare products and I actually stopped because this is so good. Saved me a little time. I still make my own deodorant because it's the only thing that's worked for me is the one that I make myself. And we'll put that in the DIY recipes. But yeah, so the Verage skincare system is a great way to help to get your skin back to its optimal levels. And then the final thing I want to mention, and this is something new that I discovered, is collagen protein. So it's not vegan. So for anybody out there who's vegan or vegetarian, this wouldn't be the protein that I'm taking, at least. It's Bulletproof brand. It wouldn't be an option for you. But, collagen is the main component of the tautness and the youthfulness of our skin. So taking some collagen protein, I just add the collagen to my smoothie in the morning. And I've been doing it for a couple of weeks. So I definitely feel like my skin is clearer. But I think it's going to be more the long-term use that I'll see the results. But it's something that I've been doing some research on. And if you look up Bulletproof collagen, it's a great brand. And it's pretty tasteless.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great thing to consider adding into your existing routine.
That's exciting. I've been wanting to try that as well. I've heard a lot of great things about Bulletproof, and I know they put a lot of research into offering the best of the best and the highest quality.
Yes. Yeah, and I want to just quickly mention that we've mentioned a lot of different products on here. If there's anything that you missed, just let us know. A lot of the stuff you can probably find on Amazon, or if you do a quick Google search. I will say with the doTERRA oils, you want to be very careful. Really with any of the products, be careful ordering through Amazon. You want to make sure you have a really legitimate seller.
Mm-hmm.
So specifically with doTERRA, you can talk to either Claire or I, and we can help you get them at a discount. There have been a lot of issues with counterfeit and illegal credit cards and things on Amazon. So just be smart about how you're purchasing your products and make sure you're getting it from a legitimate, trusted source, because it's very easy these days to create imposter products.
Right. You can just print out the label at home.
Yeah. Yeah. Scarily.
Yeah. Yes. A very important point to know who and what you are buying from when you get any of these products, to ensure their purity and that they say that they are what they say they are. Well, thank you so much, Amanda. This has been awesome. I feel like there's been a really great overview to really help people get started or take their natural youth and beauty products to the next level. And I do want to let everyone know that if you're in the LA area, we've got a live class coming up. We mentioned a little bit about Ayurveda in this talk today, and in our live class that we're going to be doing, that's Tuesday, July 19th at 7 p.m. in Echo Park. We're going to gather together for the full moon to have some beauty and natural youth together. And we're going to go a little bit deeper into a lot of the things that we talked about today. Since it'll be in person, we'll be able to answer individual questions as well, address concerns. And we're also going to give you the recipe, and you'll be able to make a revitalizing Ayurvedic facial oil right there in class, customized to your skin type, and take that home with you, as well as the recipe. So that's going to be another awesome way to incorporate DIY into your youth and beauty practice and get some of those chemicals out of your life and your body and reduce waste. Also, if you're not in LA and you can't make it, we're going to post the event in this event page. It'll be on the Clearing with Claire page as well if you're in LA and you want to RSVP for that. Since we are doing the live class and making the oil that you're going to take home, that class is going to be $25. However, for attending today, we want to give you a special gift. Even if you're watching the replay and you want to come to our class in LA, we're going to give you $5 off of the class, as well as that awesome DIY recipe list that we were mentioning earlier. And all you have to do to get these is to email Amanda, and I'll post her email in the comments here, but I'm going to spell it out for you. She's at Real Urban Wellness, RealUrbanWellness @gmail.com. And just put DIY beauty in the subject line, and we will get those to you. Also, if you wanted to learn more about the essential oils we're talking about and how you get those at a discount that we were mentioning, Amanda is going to be hosting an Essential Oils 101 webinar next Thursday. That's going to be at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, just like this webinar is. And we'll also be sharing the link for that. I'll have that up on my page. You can find Amanda on Facebook as well. And that's a really informative class. If you'd like to know more about essential oils, how to use them, which oils do what, why doTERRA is special, that is a perfect class to attend. So we'll be looking forward to seeing you there. And if you have any questions, you can post in the event or on the Clearing with Claire page, and we will see you next time. Thanks, Amanda.
Thank you, Claire. Thanks everyone for coming.
Bye.
Bye.